first introduction for the video. We are Magna Femina. It's a website for female fronted bands founded by me and some friends in June this year. So yeah, we do the interview together with all the female fronted bands, and not only the
biggest ones,
also the smaller ones, and yes. Okay, how was the festival today for you?
It was mixed. I was actually quite nervous.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm often nervous for a gig, but because we didn't perform for quite a few months with the new lineup and everything, so it was all new and you guys in there. So I was kind of nervous, but I really liked it. I really had positive energy on stage, so that was good.
Okay, and because of the situation in Paris, in your mind, what was for you to stand there in front of the people on stage?
Well, I think we should do more of that, just to prove that we don't, well, we care, of course we care, but that we don't let them get us down and just keep doing what we're doing, what we love doing.
Yeah, so many bands cancelled their shows in Europe.
Yeah.
And yeah, for me it's sad.
And I do understand why, and especially like in Brussels today, every gig is cancelled. Understand why, but I do think that it's a pity that we should try to, I don't know, find a way to keep on going in any way.
Exactly. Yeah. So now about the positive things in life, would you introduce your band in your own words?
My band? Well, we're a bunch of guys and a girl, of course. But mostly I'm kind of one of the guys. It's necessary, I think, to keep going. And we just have lots of fun, and we love totally different types of music. That makes together the music that we make for Hell City. But mostly it's just fun, because if you don't have that, then you're screwed.
And when did you start with music?
Well, musically, I started about 12 years ago, but with Hell City it was 4 or 5 years ago, I think. Yeah, and metal was at that point new to me. Yeah, I really had to get into the scene and I loved it.
Do you also listen to metal music in your free time?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I love Hailstorm. Yeah, and I love also Avenged Sevenfold. Yeah, really like their groove, so yeah, sure.
Awesome. Yeah, and which song you ever did means the most to you?
Well, it must be, I think, Ice Cold Rage. It's like just my favorite song, and it's a song I really feel good about when I'm singing it, when I made it in the studio. All those moments are just lined up when I sing the song, and that's what makes it so good.
Yeah, I love the song too. But my favorite is Victorious.
Oh, okay, well, that's a second, so we've got the same taste.
Yeah, I think. And what's your favorite bands next to metal? Do you also listen to other kinds of music?
Yes, to a lot of it. Right now I am really into Trixie Whitley. That's very different. I also love her stage style. She's kind of weird on stage. I love that. So that's one of those. I just love so many different types of music. Like Florence and the Machine, I also love. So
okay,
it's very different.
Yeah, it is. And what do you think about the phrase female fronted band?
I think it's kind of double. I'm not really fond of it. I don't really like it just because it says that every band that has a female singer is the same, which it is not. It has totally different types of music. So metal is just metal, and if there's a woman in front, well, good for her. But it doesn't have to be female metal to me, just women with balls. Maybe we can name it differently, just women with balls.
Yeah, but I think it's a nice place for telling people what I listen to.
Yes.
Because, yeah, it's a difference between you, Arch Enemy, and
yes, there's a lot of difference.
Yeah, but yeah, you have something in common. You have a female singer.
Yeah, that's right. So you've got a little bit of a sound that's kind of the same. Yeah, that is true. Exactly. Yeah, you're right. So that's the good thing about it.
Yeah, that's why I use this phrase.
Yeah, I understand.
Are you all full-time musicians?
No, we wish. So we're trying to be really hard.
Sometimes.
Yeah, and when we're on a tour, then it seems that way for about a week, and then afterwards we go back to our jobs and say, well, we need to do something about this. We need to go bigger.
And does it work good with your normal job and the band?
Well, up to now it does. At certain times you have to be creative, but it'll be okay.
Yeah, same with my school. I also have to be sometimes creative with telling these people I have to travel.
Yeah.
So I'm from Germany, that's 7 hours from
Okay.
here, so
That's a lot of kilometers.
it is, yeah. 800 I have today.
Oh, 800, damn. You win.
Yeah. Are you from this town or where are you from?
Not from this town, but we live very nearby. So this is like playing at home.
Yeah, it is.
So for us it's about 30 kilometers to compare with yours.
Oh.
Sorry.
Yeah, good. We have to travel to Eindhoven back tonight.
Oof, damn, that's another 100, 150.
Yeah, no, it's...
Don't think about it. Just go. Afterwards.
Tomorrow another festival in Eindhoven, so we don't sleep.
Well, that's how you do this when you're young, absolutely.
Yeah.
You don't sleep.
Yeah. But we need to sleep. We have to travel back 7 hours.
Oh, damn.
Monday.
Then you do need to. So,
Yeah.
please.
Do you follow a ritual before you go on stage?
No, everything is absolutely different every time, except for the fact that I'm always nervous then.
Okay.
So I kind of try to tune in into my own little world. It doesn't work very well, but I try.
But it's good to be nervous.
Yes, it is. But I always tell myself that. But at that moment, I don't really believe it. But afterwards, I do though.
Yeah, it's same me. I did so many interviews in the last time, so but I'm every time nervous.
Yeah.
As there.
But it is a good thing.
Oh, I forgot nothing, and yeah.
Yeah, so it gives you that last punch that you need sometimes.
Exactly. So, is there a question you would love to answer, but nobody has asked you ever?
Ooh, that is a very difficult one. It's a good question though, but I'm sorry. I'm just going blank right now.
Okay.
So maybe I'll just take a sip. If it comes to me, then I'll let you know.
Yeah, and why you decide to make music?
Just because I cannot not make music. I don't know if that makes sense, but if I don't make music at that point actively, then I'm singing all day long. So I just need that. For me, it's a way to express myself, and if I can do it on a stage, well, then we get somewhere. For myself, I mean.
Yeah. That's true. And how do you feel with the other guys? So they're only men and you're the only
Yeah,
girl?
but we get along really well. Yeah, I'm kind of, in my mind, I'm half a guy. Not totally. I mean, I love the whole shopping things and everything. I'm a total woman at that point. But I kind of like the way they think usually, and we get along really fine. And they're nice to me, you know. They're not the evil bad guys. Yeah, they're really nice to me. They're sweet guys.
And what would you dream to tour with? Which band?
Ooh, difficult one. Well, one of them would be Hellstorm, just because I think backstage, Lizzie and me, we would go along really well. She doesn't know it yet, but
Okay.
probably yes.
Maybe.
And yeah, I don't know. I'd like to see some really rock and roll stuff backstage, because usually people think it's really all rock and roll, and in the end we're all just sitting there preparing for our gigs and being really responsible till a certain point.
Of course.
So I don't know, maybe this really huge rock and roll band to see how they act behind the scene.
And maybe they sit there and see
Yeah,
video games
probably.
or something.
Probably.
Yeah, what was the biggest show you've ever played?
That was a brass pop. I loved
This
it.
year?
Yes, this year. We were the opening band, and I really loved it. So I've got the taste. I want more.
Yeah, maybe you can come to some German festivals. They also like
Yeah.
Summer Breeze.
Yeah, we almost played on Summer Breeze this year, but with our bass player, the whole thing, well, we had to cancel, of course. But definitely next year, I really do hope we're there again. Absolutely. We played in Germany in Out and Loud as well. It was a really nice festival too. So
I've never was there.
I would love to be there.
I was only at Summer Breeze this year for seeing Nightwish.
Okay, yeah, you're a big Nightwish fan.
I'm not at all. I'm more Flow fan.
Okay, yeah, I understand.
Yeah. I'm more into Epica and all these other bands, but not so many Nightwish. But I don't need to.
We won't tell her.
No, she will see it. I think she will not check it out.
Well, we'll see.
I asked her for doing interview, but she said you're too small in a magazine and it doesn't make sense.
Okay. So next time, when you're bigger.
I hope we will grow up.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah. Do you also play an instrument besides singing?
No, I did play the piano when I was little, but I stopped when I hit puberty. I was a really bad teenager, and I just didn't keep it up. And I'm actually a bit sorry about that. At a certain point, when I have some time, people always say that they never have time, but still, when I have time, I'll definitely try to get it back into my fingers.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah, sure.
It's a nice instrument.
Absolutely, I love the sound.
I'm totally not a musician. Don't play something, can't sing, but I can write it.
You're generous.
Yeah, exactly. Do you also attend concerts of other artists?
Yeah, we do, but sometimes it's difficult when you have to play a lot of gigs. You have to try and get it in there. But we try some. Yeah.
What was the last one?
The last one was a long time ago. It was It was a festival. So since the summer we haven't really gone out there much. We stayed in the rehearsal room quite a lot, worked on new songs. So that was what we've been up to in the past few months. Oh yes, I did. Oh, I'm lying. I'm absolutely lying. I just went to Channel Zero Acoustic. I don't know if you know the band. It's a Belgian band, and they're really huge in Belgium. And they have this acoustic set with whole arrangement and everything, and it was actually really cool. Yeah, with some really cool visuals. So that was the last one.
And is there any future plans for City?
Yeah, absolutely, because we only have plans in the future now. So definitely an album is something that we were working towards, and making new songs where we already have a few songs lined up that we think, well, this could be a really cool one.
Yeah.
Some singles, some videos. So now we're starting up again, so we really want to get to the speed where we left off.
Yeah. I hope so for seeing more.
Yeah, sure, I hope so too.
I know your band for such a long time.
Yes,
but,
you have.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I never listened to it so much.
Okay.
I know the name and I know the band members, but don't listen too often. And I came back to your band because of Cobra and the Otis.
Yes,
And I found the video and on YouTube and think, I know this band. And then I start listening. Now I'm here.
Okay, cool.
I have all my questions done. Is there anything you want to tell me, your readers, your fans, someone else?
Well, I just hope that our fans are waiting for new stuff, because we are. Well, not waiting, but making new stuff, and I just really want to get back there, so I really want to perform.
Maybe you can do a bigger tour in Europe?
You were definitely...
As a headliner or something?
Well, I'd love that. I'd love that. It sounds too good to be true, but I'd love that, absolutely. We're definitely talking about different tours, smaller ones, bigger ones, and seeing how it all fits together for next year and the year afterwards. We're going to have this huge plan, the Hell City plan.
Okay.
So that's what we're working on right now, so I definitely hope that you'll be hearing lots of that stuff coming up.
What would be your dream country to tour in?
Well, I loved to in Germany actually. It's not just because you're from Germany, but we noticed that it's a really cool metal country, and we haven't gone there much. I think just one gig with Out Loud.
Oh.
So we really have lots to discover in Germany. So we're ready for it. But if they are, I don't know. I hope they are.
I think yes, but I think the Germans are more into this metal like Slayer and all this.
Oh, okay. So I have to grow a little bigger hair maybe and put on a hat. Maybe that confuses them long enough to listen.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I'll try that.
Yeah, I also come very often to the Netherlands for concerts.
Yeah.
And I see the people there are different than in Germany.
Yeah, and they're different everywhere.
Yeah.
Like in Belgium too. Even in Belgium, you have the Walloon part, the French-speaking part, and the Dutch-speaking part. For some reason, it has like a totally different vibe, which is not bad, but just a different atmosphere. So even in a country itself, you can have different stuff.
Yeah. You are from the Dutch or from the French part?
The Dutch part.
Ah.
Yeah. My French is, I understand it, but I don't speak it that well, so.
Exactly like mine. I learned it in school as the second language.
Okay.
But yeah, I understand it, yeah, sometimes can read it, but speaking then.
Well, it's a start. I always say it's a start. You can only try.
Yeah, sometimes I try to learn Dutch, but it's hard to speak.
Yes, because
I understand
for a
most
German
of the
girl,
time.
then yeah, it sounds familiar because I live quite close to the German border. Well, we're not that far from it here, but the Dutch border and German Aachen is not that far. And I understand quite a bit of German as well, even though I have only just 1 or 2 years of German in class. And even when I speak my dialect, and very often it sounds quite German, just because it's so close with ich and dich. We have that in our dialect, so it's quite funny. And we always think that German people understand us when we speak in dialect, but that's not quite the case either. So
I'm sometimes a little bit confused if someone that I try to speak in English with speaks German or Dutch or something else, and I understand it, but I don't realize it. Like we stand outside, you talk to me.
I saw the look. I thought, there's something wrong with this conversation. What is it? Oh yes, the language.
Yeah. Normally I understand it very well, and I was a little bit confused.
Yeah, and maybe a little bit tired, and maybe, I mean, all these noises in the background.
Yeah,
you've got some excuses. It's fine. Alright, but I think I have to help the guys now.
Okay.
Because they're all saying like, oh my god, she's just sitting there. It's not true, they're not saying that, but they could
like
now.
Every guy says the girl doesn't do any jobs, yeah.
No, but they're nice. No, they're nice. I don't have to lie, they're nice.
I think they are so.
Alright, so I want to thank you for the interview.